After my IELTS self-study journey, which started around 4 to 5 months ago, eventually I got 7.0 in the speaking skill, one band higher than the previous time I took the test. And so if you often freeze, you do not know what to say, or you have too many ideas running around your brain, in this video, I'm gonna share 5 things that help me talk about any topics in IELTS speaking, even if I haven't heard or thought about them beforehand, plus 2 tips in the end, so that you can finish the speaking session knowing that you have done your best and there will be no regrets at all. Let me introduce myself. My name is Bách Đỗ. I graduated with a high distinction bachelor degree in English language, which was an honors program as well. And I recently have just got 7.5 overall band score in the IELTS test, and I'm helping people whose aim is 7.5, basically the same as my result, for free, okay? Via either one-on-one online lessons or content just like this YouTube video. First and foremost, I make content. Again, like the one you are watching right now. To be specific, you can tell that on this channel I have just started, but previously I had been doing this kind of stuff for nearly 1 year straight. Okay, almost every single day I would record myself with this fucking phone, and I did even have the microphone, but currently I'm quite busy, so I cannot do it. I just want to take the phone out and just press the record button. That's it, in order to provide the value, okay? But I was making content on weight gain, basically fitness for males, because I used to be skinny, slim, and weak, and I am still so passionate about helping those guys achieve their fitness goal, which is to gain weight and strength. And I did that. I was making a lot of content every single day, at least 10 days in a row, in both Vietnamese, my mother tongue, and in English. And that's why I am able to convey, to deliver my ideas very clearly. I would say at least better than my younger self. I was stupid as fuck. I couldn't express myself coherently. Is that the word? Yeah, I'm trying to be fancy right here. But yeah, I'm confident about myself right now. Or I am brave in order to talk what is on my mind and just share about anything, even though people will just see me as a weirdo. What the fuck are you doing right now? You are wasting your time. You should be working 9 to 5 and some shit like that. No. So basically I did make content, and that's why I can speak. And you know what? This can lead me perfectly to the second point, which is to do shits, whether they are cool or not. And making content is one of them. I don't like making content, even the one I'm doing right now. I don't like it. I have just gone home from a hangout with my siblings. It's been a long time, but yeah, I just want to relax just like everybody else. However, I know that I want to do some cool shit in my life so that I can have more things to say within the speaking session, either it is the practice one or real test day. It doesn't fucking matter. We have to get some cool stuff to talk about and become a fancy person, to be honest. That's why recently I have been trying to go out more and try to talk to as many people as possible so that we can, or me or I can have more stories to tell. And also in order to get more experiences so that we can be ourselves. Okay, we can be real rather than being, what is the word? Suspicious? Nah. Basically, we wouldn't feel like ourselves because we are just lying, right? We are not talking about the real things that we have just done. So do cool shit in order to have things to talk about, especially when it comes to IELTS speaking, because it will touch on a lot of topics in the world, right? You totally understand what I mean right now. So I did make content. which was about weight gain or fitness in general, but it, of course, did help me a lot with my delivery skill, my communication, and my confidence, my bravery to be exact. And then I have been doing cool shits like posting on Instagram or posting on social media the things that I really love. I do not give a fuck about other people's opinion. I just want to do it. And I did provide one-on-one online weight gain coaching for those guys, and I managed to help them achieve their fitness goal. I did provide one-on-one in-person lessons for 4 students in terms of piano for 1 month straight. They can go to my place whenever they want, 1 session per day. And I did that for free as well. All of those 2 things was for free. And I have been teaching the piano in a music center. Surely people are shit, but at least I'm having something to talk about, right? People are shit. People are doing stuff that they are not really aware of, etc. So do cool stuff, okay? The third idea I can say is that just practice. You know, within my self-study journey, I practiced speaking. Actually practice. You cannot say that, oh, I want to have your result in my own way, which is to not practice speaking at all because I do not have anyone to talk about, to talk with, to share with, to practice speaking with. Bro, AI right now is so fucking smart, and I just used Innovate. I'm not sponsored by them, but that is one of the best websites or systems or whatever that I have ever used or have ever realized. Okay, just figure out basically. But yeah, just practice. If you do not practice speaking, how are you supposed to get at least an expected score for that skill in your real test? How the fuck are you gonna do it if you do not practice? Okay, it is so obvious. You do not do it, you will not get it. Simple. At least use AI, that website or any websites that you want to do. And I wish I had done that shit earlier, because you know what? I did procrastinate until the last 1 or 2 months to do that speaking practice stuff for myself. I wish I had done it earlier. And I even wish that I had hired a speaking tutor, of course, whose specialist or expertise is in IELTS, so that they can give me real-time feedback so fast. Okay, I even wish that shit. And so you can understand how much I respect that aspect, which is to practice. Right? Obvious. Next one is to not get fancy with the ideas, with the vocabulary, etc. Why? Because first of all, this is not a memorizing test. It tests the communicating skill. Okay? So do not get any fancy. I believe that I will not get any higher points for really extraordinary ideas or really fancy words. It doesn't matter. It's just about how I deliver that, and then they might come to. But other than that, if we use fancy words and we are not really sure about them, and then we will just get the score deducted, because first, we are not sure, and hence they are not used correctly. Boom, crazy, I know. And also, we will be not sounding confident from the examiner's perspective, because we will be trying to is this word right, or am I trying to be fancy with them right now? Am I trying to impress them right now? It doesn't fucking matter. Just say as normally. Do you think that native English speakers will use a lot of idioms when they are talking with each other? Not really much, right? You can tell. They just use very simple words. And recently I have been binging watching traveling videos from Simon Wilson. And he he repeats a lot of fucking words like knackered, starving, freezing, boiling, shattered, hit the deck over and over again. And it doesn't fucking matter. People enjoy it. Okay? Just have a thought, have a mindset that the point of this test or session is to make people feel understood, or the examiner feel that, oh, they can actually understand you. And you must be confident. At least that was my experience. I don't know about you. That was my personal experience. So I hope you can do really well and try your best. Okay? Moving on to the next point, which is just try, bro. Try. Just fucking pick something and then play along with it. Okay? This is applied when you have too many ideas. Just pick and then think about it. Alright? Just think about it so that you would have some more ideas to talk about, to develop from there. Because if you would spend around 10 to 20 seconds on only choosing the idea to talk about, you're basically wasting a lot of time because you have only 1 minute to prepare, right? At least for part 2, not to mention other parts, because you would have to, respond quite quickly, or at least say something. But you are just, which one to choose right now? Oh, fuck. And then you will be nervous, and guess what? You will be stuttering, and then you will sound unconfident to the examiner, and then guess what? That would affect your score negatively. So just pick one. Okay? It is the same as many aspects in life. Just pick one and go for it. Go for that direction in order to figure out. So those are how many things? 5 things as I promised. And then now the number 1 tip is to lie. Okay, I remember that I came across a speaking question in the Cambridge series. Luckily I didn't get it in the real test, but it was basically about part 2, of course, talk about a person in your country who has just received an award, a prize, etc., something like that. And I was, what the fuck? If I got this shit in the real test, I would be freezing like I was right now, because I spent around several minutes thinking about the ideas, and that's fucking it. What I am going to talk about, whoa, it's crazy. And then eventually I just came up with the idea that, I'm just gonna lie. So at that time I had just finished watching the USDC, the Ultimate Self-Defense Championship. Go watch it, it's really good. Season 3, and Nathan Levy once again became the champion. So I thought that, so as I said before, we do not want to get fancy with the ideas, right? So I just want to talk about the area that I at least have some knowledge about and I'm passionate about. So martial arts or combat sports is one of them. So I will just talk about Nathan Levy, even though he's not from Vietnam, my country, but I would just pretend that he is a Vietnamese French guy. His foreign name would be Nathan Levy, but his Vietnamese name would be Trần Quốc Bảo, which is the name of Monsieur Nov, a French artist. But I just basically combine them together to get Nathan Levy, who is a Vietnamese French guy, and his real name in Vietnamese would be Trần Quốc Bảo. And then that's it. I would talk about him joining the USDC and how he accomplished all the tasks really well, and eventually he got the belt once again. That's fucking it. Just lie, because no one cares. As I said before, this is a communicating test. Native English speakers will just lie to each other, right? So why don't we? Okay. So be flexible, be versatile, and be ready for any kinds of situation. And as I said before, just pick one name, one person, and fake. Okay? Last but not least, just be real. Just be real. Like I'm right now in this fucking video, on my content, or on my social media, I'm just being myself. I'm just being fucking real. So that we can be confident, so that I can be brave enough to just say whatever is on my mind. Be real. If you do not know about the topic, just say that. Okay, well, to be honest, I haven't even thought about this idea before, and I actually got asked about children in the real test 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I said that. So frankly speaking, I have no idea about it because I haven't even thought about it before because I have no children as well. So that's why. But in my opinion, comma, dot, 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 and then I will just say. And as you can tell, I've just expanded my speaking time, and they can assess my speaking speaking ability just from that phrase, right? And I have just bought more time for myself to think about the idea that I'm going to, develop. Just say that everything, okay? It is communicating test. So still express yourself as well, which aligns with that criteria. With the criteria is cohesion, stuff like that. Just express. Do not know anything, and especially I got no just like this, like that, but I think bro, those are words from mediocre people. I'm being real with you right now. As you can see, many young people nowadays, and even the older generations, they're just it's so fucking annoying, bro. And there's actually some standards to mark them in the IELTS test. So no no filter words in general. Just silent. If you want to, be silent in order to think about the ideas. In real life, we will be talking like that as well, right? So just imagine this is a conversation between friends discussing with each other. Really real. Okay? Maybe I have some more in me to talk about it, but currently I have got no idea at all, and I've just gone through everything in my script right now, so I'm just gonna end here. Hope you have got something beneficial for yourself in the IELTS test, and if you want me to provide the one-on-one online lessons, just DM me IELTS on my Instagram. Okay, that's it, bro. Goodbye.